Well, I am here again with Skoolie Carol and her psychedelic yellow bus. I tell you, anyone who's a nomad almost has met Carol, and she is going to be sharing today the fact that she has found and decided on a Plan B exit plan. So come on and hear what that is. In fact, she's going to be selling her bus probably in about October, November. So come on and hear about her plans and what she's going to do, because she's going off the road full-time and going to be living in a tiny home village. Hello, Carol. We meet up again. You have become a dear, dear friend, and I am eternally grateful that we met. Jessica even calls you Auntie Carol now.
Yeah, I'm an Auntie Carol.
Oh my goodness. But you've been on the road for 3 years now.
Yes.
And from everything you've told me, you're loving every minute of it.
Yes, I am, because it's freedom, 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 and independence, and meeting hundreds and hundreds. And Carol can attest that I have met hundreds of people.
I can attest that you never meet a stranger.
I totally agree, because some of those people, we're still friends.
Yeah.
And I met them 3 years ago.
Yeah, well, like us, we met a few years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so it was really interesting to me that you told me when we met up at the RTR this year that you have decided that you needed a Plan B for when you come off the road, because you're how old now?
Almost. What do I always say in my videos? 74 and a half.
Yeah, so you're going to be 75 very soon.
Very soon.
So it sounds like you are considering, what may happen down the road, or the possibilities that you may not be able to drive at some point.
Correct. That's probably what you'd call the bottom line. I give it a tremendous amount of thought, and people call it Plan B, or they call it exit plan. I decided I need a home base. But of course, someone in my position, I can't afford a $200,000 house. I don't want one.
You're living basically on Social Security.
I'm living on Social Security, a small pension, but I'm lucky. I work every summer. I camp host every summer.
Oh, that's right. You camp hosted in Colorado this summer.
Yeah, and I'm going. They invited me back.
Okay. And then you also have done the beet harvest, 2 years?
I did beet harvest 2 years in a row.
So you do seasonal jobs to supplement your income. Okay.
And it works like a charm.
And then that, finances your travels the rest of the year?
Yes.
Very cool. So you decided, after weighing out all your options, to do what?
I decided, when I was able to meet Randy Jones and learn about his entire operation and his village, and I decided, I toured two of his tiny homes, and that's when I realized this is something I could afford. So I sat down and had a big talk with myself, and I just figured out how I could do it for me. I could buy a tiny house. They're built on a trailer. I can take it anywhere I want.
Right.
But you can also make them a little more stationary. And so that's ideal for someone like me. And yes, I'm just preparing for the day that, if I have a bus accident, if I break my leg, and I can't drive my bus, which is my home.
Right.
I need a home base.
So now, are you going to make your tiny home more stationary, or are you going to keep it so it'll be mobile?
Because I've also done many tours of Randy's villages in wonderful Tennessee, right at the Smoky Mountains. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to start out, because you down the road, you can change it. Right. I'm going to make mine a little more permanent, because you can, when you're having your tiny home built, you can do what they call customization.
Right.
And I can have an outdoor deck, so at least half of the year I can do my outdoor living like I do now.
So that would really extend your living space.
Oh, it would extend it tremendously because the smallest one you can buy is 8 by 16, but the next size up is 8 by 20. And I cannot tell you, because I've been inside, how much difference that 4 feet makes.
Isn't that interesting how much difference such a small amount of space makes?
It's amazing. It's amazing.
It really is.
And in the 4 foot, it's much easier to build a little loft, a regular sleeping loft. So then you've got 2 choices to sleep. You could do a day bed, futon downstairs, and you've got your loft.
Now, are you going to make yours off-grid with the off-grid package, or are you going to connect to all the amenities?
I'm going to probably connect to the amenities because I also checked on those prices and they're extremely reasonable.
Was the fact that there are communities and there are other people your age, people younger, people older, but individuals that have a lot in common with you, many have been nomads. Was that sense of community something that was important to you?
The more I explored it and researched it, it did become more important because during some of those tours on Randy's channel, I got to meet. He does great interviews just like we're doing now with people who live there.
Right.
And yeah, I met so many interesting, fabulous people. I thought, yeah, I want to get to know some of these people.
And that is important. Your neighbors can really enhance. Yeah, they can make or break it.
I've lived in a condo and I've lived in a townhouse. Your neighbors can make or break it.
Well, let me also ask you this question. So now, are you going to still go out on the road once you get your tiny house, or are you going to stay stationary? And if you're going to go on the road, what are you going to do and how are you going to accomplish that?
That's the extreme beauty of this plan. I can have my little house with my little deck. I'm probably going to sell the bus. I've already had like 10 people say they want to buy it.
I'm sure.
And I will buy a used minivan type thing or a little used ProMaster.
Right.
And I can travel as much as I want.
That is ideal, because I just can't see you staying stationary in one place and not moving about. I just couldn't see it.
But what it will also allow me to do, because I won't have a mortgage, I'll have my little $200 a month rent.
Right.
I have a big, beautiful family in Minnesota. I can buy a plane ticket and fly to see them.
So that is something I'd like to explore just a little bit. So by having such low overhead and not having to pay for
mortgage, rent,
plus the gas that you spend for this will be very much reduced when you get a minivan. So you'll have a lot more discretionary funds once you move there.
Exactly.
Now, do you think you will still do seasonal jobs, or will you need to do it?
Yes, I will definitely do seasonal job, because a lot of people don't know, because this is new. Randy wants to build like a little general store and like a little coffee shop, and I've done both of those, and I know he would hire me in a minute.
Oh my goodness. Or I may be spilling the beans here. You were telling me that you love Dolly Parton, and what's right down the street?
I've loved Dolly Parton since 1961, and Dollywood is 40 miles straight shot.
All right, well, we may have to do another interview, and you may be over at Dollywood when we do it.
I might be. I've actually done her whole costume.
Oh my goodness.
For different occasions.
Oh,
I mean, I was Dolly.
Well, this sounds like another video coming up, so stay tuned. We may do a Skoolie Carol as Dolly in the future.
Yeah.
Well, Carol, thank you very much, and I'm definitely coming to visit you. Now, how long do you think before you want to be planning to move into this location?
My plan right now is to do my camp job. They'll close the gates September 20th. I'll jump in the bus. I'll head straight to Tennessee and do the deal.
All right. Well, I guess the next video that I'll be doing with you will be in Tennessee.
I would love to have you come. Everybody's welcome. Right now, I'm putting the word out.
Okay. All right.
Everybody is welcome, and you can always find me through Carol.
All right. Thank you so much, Skoolie Carol, and we will see you down the road in Tennessee.
See you down the road.